iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in, race fans, to the Talladega Super Speedway here tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series, presented by Red Light Racing. Round number 5 brings us here to one of the biggest tracks on the circuit all season long. This track measures itself at 2.66 miles with some of the biggest banking we will see all season long. 33 degrees of bankings down in turns 1 and 2, 32.4 down in turn 3, and then just slightly bigger to 32.5 through turn 4. The tri-oval is even banked at 16.5 degrees of banking, and down the back straightaway we have 3 degrees of banking. 3 degrees of banking is still more than a lot of your local short tracks that you see your heroes compete on every Saturday night. But tonight, I'll be here in the booth tonight to bring you all the racing action coverage here tonight. My name is Roger Muth, and we're ready to go racing here tonight. This will be round number 5, which means there's been 4 races previous. Well, the season opener went to the 42 of Max Thierry, all before Sean Butler went back to victory lane. And, well, Max didn't like Sean going to victory lane, so he put it back into victory lane at the Happy Yeatster 90 at New Hampshire for his second win of the season. And then last week, DJ Anderson was able to go to victory lane in the 1987 car at the Miami Homestead Speedway. So now, here at Talladega, it's a super speedway. 2.66 miles, and anybody can win, whether you start out front or out back here tonight. I don't think starting position is going to make a whole big difference here for these drivers, but we are getting ready to go racing. 32 drivers strong here tonight for this crew, as this is your starting lineup brought to us by Simbox. You don't have a Simbox, you need a Simbox. Contact Simbox today over on Facebook at Simbox/PC to get your custom button box made for your iRacing rig. This is how they line up. On the front row, driving the 64, that's the alien of Jason Wells. It has outside the driver out of Ohio, driving car number 88 here tonight, that's Sean Butler. Last week's winner driving the 51 entry here tonight, that's DJ Anderson. Max Terrell, he's been a winner this season. He drives car 42. He'll start 4th here tonight. 5th starting spot all the way out of Ontario, Canada. Back from Motorama, driving the 38. This is the Beefy Motorsports entry of Brandon Feeney. Dave Bragg, the counterpart up there. The Bragg Motorsports, Jiffy Lube, number 31, will start 6th. Starting into the 7th spot, Road Rage Accessories, number 43 of Joe Strano. James Skelton out of South Carolina will drive the 86 here tonight. He'll start back into the 8th spot, while 9th, driving the 24, Zach Mitchell will start 9th. Starting into the 10th position, out of Tennessee, driving car 62 here tonight, Ethan Troutman will go 10th. And the driver out of Florida, making his limited starts this season in that Classics Hot Sauce number 10, that's Tim Blum. He'll go 11th. 12th will be the Yeetster himself, driving the number 73 here tonight. Philly Edwards goes 12th. 13th on the call here tonight, out of Florida, driving the Rev Esports number 2, Michael Trevarthen. Richard Murdoch will drive the 01, the Adventure in Pixels entry. He'll go 14th on the starting lineup here tonight, while the Sim Box number 77 out of Georgia, Doug Neal, will go 15th. 16th on the call here tonight, the number 3 out of the Strano Brothers Racing entries. This is Tony Strano, and the driver out of Texas here tonight. That will be car number 5 as the cars roll away. There, that's Brandon Minto. Jeffrey Souza in car number 4 will start 18th. Brian Bianchi in the Culpeppers Bakery Cafe number 14 will go right there from P number 19, and the Full Throttle Racing Turbo Dork Radical Paints number 98 of Ryan O'Donnell will go 20th. Driver out of Tampa, Florida, the Rev Esports number 61 of Dalton Williamson will go 21st here tonight. Joshua Buckley in the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes number 13 will go 22nd. 23rd on the call, out of Ayer, Massachusetts, driving car number 11. That is Sean the Care Bear Single. And starting 24th here tonight, the youngster, Chris Hammett, will go 24th. It's the Higgins Hill Racing Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 40 of Rob Higgins. He'll go 25th. And Tim Combs, the golfer, car 17, 26th on the call tonight. Travis Minto back from a fun-filled, exciting weekend. He'll drive car number 19. He'll start 27th. And the Wiley veteran, the Colony Tire and Service Center number 54. Rex Hoyle will go 28th. 29th, the Dustin Gainey in car number 15. 30th will go to the 59 of Bruce Potter, the driver from down under in Australia. Racing from inside a kangaroo here tonight, the 184 of Kevin O'Brien. Bob Higgins, driving the Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 30, will tap the back of the field here tonight. That's your starting lineup, brought to us by Simbox. Look at them all. 32 cars strong here on the banking, the 2.66-mile super speedway that they call Talladega. Normally, right where our camera here on the front straightaway is would be where we would go green flag racing. Not tonight, not here at Talladega. You have a whole nother quarter of the speedway before the start-finish line would be. So these drivers have a little bit of extra room to make some passes here tonight if they would like to. This time by the 32-car strong field will take the green flag here tonight at Talladega. Round number 5 for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series for Red Light Racing. Right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Put 65 laps up on the board. Let's go high-speed racing here tonight at Talladega Super Speedway. Great start, everybody, coming up through those 4-speed clunky gearboxes here tonight. One driver already dropping from the outside lane to the inside lane. That was the 88 of Sean Butler. Butler will go to the bottom side already right off the start here tonight. Everybody, though, is chasing Wells. You see right on board with Wells as they work down the pack straight away here at Talladega. Going to see a lot of side-by-side racing here tonight. Might even see a little bit of 3-wide, 4-wide action. It is the widest track that we will race at all season long. The only other track that's just as wide as this speedway is the Pocono Raceway, and we are not headed to Pocono this season. First lap in the books, and actually will go to the number 42 of Max Terriot. So Terriot will lead lap number 1 here tonight just by the splitter of his Ford Mustang out there on the outside lane. He's got the 31 of Dave Bragg and the Autism Speaks entry up top there. A good cause by Jiffy Lube up there in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. Given $10,000 worth of oil changes. And donating that to Autism Speaks up in Canada. So he right now rides onto the outside. What a night it could be if he would be able to pull up the big win here at Talladega. Well, we got a long race ahead of us here tonight to see which one of these drivers are going to be able to park it in victory lane. Let's see who's going to lead the second lap of the evening at the line. Call it Max Terriot once again. That black number 42 will just scoot across here. That outside lane really carrying a lot of good momentum here in the early stages. As there, you see everybody still lined up 2 by 2 for as far as the eye can see. There is the number 2 entry, car number 2 of Michael Trevarthen, stuck down on the bottom side. He has not been able to go anywhere. Right now, it's rush hour traffic, I would say, on 422. If you were here in Pennsylvania, you'd understand that reference. Stay away from 422 in rush hour. Lap 3 about to go on the books here tonight. We've only had 1 leader. It's been the 42. He's still out to the outside lane as they come through the tri-oval. Outside lane once again. Dave Bragg giving some really good pushes here tonight. Right on board here. Let's see if that 42 will go down to the bottom side. Here I have to lift a little bit. Don't want to get him jacked up in the middle of the corner. Bragg will now throttle back into it and slam into the back end of that number 42. A little bit of wiggle wobbly here for the 31 down the back straightaway. You hear him have to lift as they're getting ready to come down into turn number 3. So far, still that outside groove has been dominant. Nobody's been able to go anywhere. And you're able to see the front of the field, the back of the field here in this picture shot. Well, take a look at this right here. This is what it looks like riding on board. You're following the checkered flag auto supply number 30 right now of Bob Higgins. He is at the back of the field. Look how far front that is, and it's just 2 by 2 by 2. Kevin O'Brien going to go from the bottom to the top side there. Just nowhere to go if you're Bob Higgins right now. You're just kind of stuck back here. Where do you go? Cars to the inside, cars to the outside. The front row that started here tonight, 1 and 2 of Wells and Terriot. They're still 1 and 2. Max has picked up a super speedway win before here with Red Light Racing on Monday night. The 64 of Wells, though, has not been to victory lane on a Monday night in a super speedway style race. Max Terrell, though, he is not going to leave that 31 down. The 31 of Dave Bragg will shoot down to the bottom. That will leave Max with no dancing partner for the time being. Bragg going to have a little bit of an electrical spank, though, on his connection to the server. He is out front with that Autism Speaks Canada. That'll put Skelton now trying to push the number 42 of Max Terriot. There's Butler down to the inside lane, and a huge gap there. Butler left a big gap to see if Max Terriot wanted to come down to the inside lane. That's going to allow Wells and Bragg to scoot away, but there's no hiding here tonight at Talladega. You're not just going to drive off from this pack. 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars. You're just not going to get away from this field, as it will be Dave Bragg leading his first lap of the evening. First lead change at the line, and the second leader of the evening, the 31 of Dave Bragg. That 42 up on the outside lane all by himself because there was 1 car up there with him. That was the Flower Town Animal Hospital number 86. That was James Skelton. Skelton elected to go down to the bottom side of the speedway. There you see, now it's going to be the number 62 of Ethan Troutman. And Troutman has vouched to give whoever the winner is here tonight a single bottle of body armor going to the winner here tonight. So we'll see who is able to pick up that ever-coveted body armor single. And he did say he's only shipping in the States, so we're seeing. I have a couple Canadians and an Australian in the field here tonight. Hopefully one of them wins, and then they have to determine how they're going to get him a body armor. We'll call it the most odd prize we've seen here with Red Light Racing. Still going to be the 31 of Bragg, but here comes the 42 storming back to the outside. There's Philly Edwards now poking his Labatt Blue entry, the number 73 to the outside, his second full-time season here on Monday night with the Scrambler Series. And he's of course, he's got to rep one of the beers that we love to drink when we go to the races. Of course, Labatt Blue here in Pennsylvania. Plentiful. Always at the beer distributor. At the line, the 42, Max Terriot will storm back to the front here. So Max Terriot having a good run on the outside. Was able to lead a couple of laps before Dave Bragg went down to the bottom side. Look at that inside lane. It is very broken up. Just the 64 up against the 31. Then there's a big gap back to the 86 of James Skelton. And then Butler has a big gap back to him, too. There's Tony Strano in the Victory Junction gang number 3. He's picked up 8 spots since the drop of the green flag. That is the most spots gained by any driver here in our field so far here tonight. This time by, we will complete lap number 9. So just like that, clicking them off here tonight. And they're still 2 by 2 for as far as the eyes can see here tonight. As they work off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. The inside lane still having the advantage, and one driver losing a couple spots since the drop of the green flag, and he just came back from Motorama. There is the Liquid Molly entry. That is Brandon Feeney. See the Auto Tire and Safeties entry here tonight, picking up a couple awards at Motorama. So he's ready to go racing in Canada this season. A couple of weeks before they hit the track for their full-time schedule. Hitting the line first that time by once again, the number 31 of Dave Bragg. Bob and Rob, the 2 Higgins entries, are sitting currently 31st and 30th. Of course, Rob Higgins able to pick up the practice win last night here at the Talladega Superspeedway. There you see the check flag auto supply number 40 of Rob Higgins back there. Everybody still 2 by 2 by 2. There's the number 4. Sousa's working the outside of the speedway. There's the Granny Hips, Walkers, and Canes entry. He said tonight is the night that he has the chance to go to Victory Lane, and I believe just about everybody can go to Victory Lane. Butler just pushing onto the back quarter panel there. The Granny Hips, Walkers, and Canes don't want to slip the tennis balls out from underneath him. Not yet, at least. You don't want to go wrong on a push here because it will collect a lot of these cars. Taking a look, just trying to see one of the drivers that have lost the most spots here tonight. That's the 51 of DJ Anderson. He's on the inside lane with his Toyota Supra. There you see the pink and blue Fox Racing entry. DJ Anderson out of Virginia. He's already lost 12 spots here tonight. Brandon Feeney, who's right behind him, he's also lost 12 spots. So a lot of the drivers, I'm looking at it. Joe Strano, there's the Road Rage Accessories, number 43, the green, black, and white entry. He's also lost 12 positions. Anybody that's on that inside lane just does not seem like they have really picked off any spots here in the early going. The outside lane seems to be the dominant way around. Ryan O'Donnell picking up 10 spots. Tim Combs is up there on the outside lane. He's also now, Combs goes down to the bottom side with the Sweet Tarts entry. But a lot of these drivers have made the outside work, and Max Terriot has been pulling the freight train all the way around the speedway so far tonight. You got Philly Edwards up there because the 62 of Ethan Troutman did go down to the bottom side of the speedway. He found a hole in front of the 01 of Richard Murdoch. Murdoch also coming from the outside lane down to the bottom side in front of the 86 of James Skelton. And all green flag racing as they come through the tri-oval and looking at the laps. We're looking possibly about 7 to 10 laps away from our first green flag pit cycle here tonight. See if we make it to our first green flag pit cycle. That might then start to break up the field because, well, coming to pit road, this is one of the trickiest pit roads anytime we go to Talladega or Daytona. These cars right now, down the back straightaway off turn number 2, going right around 185, 187 miles an hour right now, and that's going to increase by the time they hit the end of the back straightaway. It's upwards of 192 miles an hour here tonight. And these drivers, when they're all packed up like this, when they got to peel off to come to pit road, you're going 170 miles an hour plus. You got to be very cautious of and be kind of aware of your surroundings. When you get on the brakes going that fast, the cars do not stop on a dime. It's not like your street car. As you can see, the outside lane is starting to dissipate already. A lot of drivers electing to go down to the bottom side. You just saw the 4-car of Souza. He went down to the bottom side and just trying to get himself ready, in line, in position for a pit stop. There is the 19 of Minto. Minto having a good weekend with the kids. Getting some family time. His brother, though, the number 5 of Brandon's right there. Brandon just leaves the number 19 to the outside, so brotherly love, team love. Nope, sorry, Minto. That's Travis, you're on your own. Dave Bragg has been able to lead a lot of these laps since he went down to the bottom side. Just no momentum, no energy to that outside. Bragg coming across once again. 3 wide, a little bit deeper into the field. That's the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. He was trying to get around. I believe that is the number 14, the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe, number 14 of Brian B. Yankees right there. Remember Sean Butler? We talked about him. He was towards the front of the field. Well, look at him. He's all the way back here in 24th position. That's putting him 22 spots behind where he started here tonight. DJ Anderson also right there. He's down 23 spots from where he started. Joe Strano also 21 spots into the negative category here tonight. None of your race leaders coming down here on lap number 16, so they're at least going to go around for another trip around the speedway. Leading another laps, Dave Bragg will now tie his all-time record of laps led here on Monday night. As you see Philly Edwards dive up the speedway just a little bit down there in turn number 1. He's got the number 38 of Brandon Feeney starting to close the gap on the outside lane. I believe then that is going to be the 59 of Bruce Potter also working the outside. Kevin O'Brien's there, and that's the 54 of Rex Hoyle. So a couple drivers still utilizing the outside line here tonight at Talladega. Nobody out of the front pack coming to pit road this time. Second place car of Jason Wells still holding on to the back end of that 31 of Dave Bragg. Has not left it in a number of laps here tonight. This is what your spotter would see here. We got a camera mounted up on top of the tower. It's a long distance down to that back straightaway. Binoculars out needing to see the back straightaway here. Only about, call it maybe 10 cars left on the outside lane here as everybody is the freight train down around the bottom side. Everybody's still in this lead draft. It is 32 cars strong in the lead pack. All the way from Bob Higgins to Dave Bragg. Max Terrett with another great run onto the outside of the speedway. There you see the 42. Will he be able to drag race Bragg? He will. Dariel back to the race lead once again here tonight at Talladega. Couple cars now starting to make their way back to the outside. There's the number 2. That is Michael Trevarthen. He has now gone to the back to the outside lane along with Dalton Williamson, Brian Bianchi, Rex Hoyle. So a bunch of team cars up there as, Max Terrell going to go way to the extreme outside. Can't get to the bottom lane. I think he's just going to now try to go tag the back of this field here. There you see the 42 up to the outside. I don't believe there is a tire down on the 42. I think Max just wants to get to the back of this pack. As you can see, he's very, very slow as, maybe something has gone wrong with the 42. As drivers are coming to pit road here. Max trying to get to pit road. He will get down to pit road. A couple drivers did pit last time by. It was Brandon Minto, Dave Bragg, and Max Terrett. One driver out into the grass there. That is the number 19 of Travis Minto. He was out into the grass, but he'll make his way to pit road. Watch the 19 of Minto coming to pit road. We talk about how these cars don't like to slow down. Full locked and full send. Straight into the grass goes Travis Minto. Doesn't hit anything. There you see he's still down on pit road. He'll have to serve a penalty, but now that's going to open the floodgates. When do you come? And here comes the race leaders. They're going to come right now. Here comes Wells. Here comes Trevarthen. Everybody coming to pit road here. I say everybody, and I mean about 10 cars. So 10 cars coming to pit road right now. That'll turn things over. Richard Murdoch will lead that time by at the line. You want to be easy in and easy out. The 5 of Brandon Minto also getting popped with a penalty along with Travis Minto. So 2 drivers already getting nabbed by the pit road police here at Talladega. You don't want to have those problems. The average green flag pit stop here under green is about, call it between 8 and 13 seconds for a lot of these drivers, whether you're taking 4 tires or just 2 tires. We'll see, here comes the Souza Media, number 4. He'll dive down to the inside. A little contact back there. I believe that was Brian Bianchi that came screaming. And now everybody, and I mean everybody else is down pit road. Contact, I believe that was Dustin Gainey. And the 88 of Butler, now more contact. There goes the 17, Tim Combs, in the Sweet Tort entry, getting jockeyed around. So pit road was very busy, and there you see the 17 of Tim Combs missing his pit stall. It'll be a big race off pit road as everybody's trying to get back out onto the speedway. There's the 0-1. There goes the number 5 of Brandon Minto. There goes Travis Minto. That's not going to be a battle for position. The battle for position will come here as Jason Wells. There you see him on the outside. He's got the 64 or 62 right behind the 64. That is for position. Those 2 have already pitted. And they are up to pretty much full song and dance as they will come around the 0-1. There's your race leader, Wells, as he sees everybody back there in a scuffle. Zach Mitchell trying to snake his way around also. There you see that DuPont Chevrolet. 3 wide back here. Here comes Souza. Here comes Terriot. There's the 14 of Bianchi in the middle as Murdoch's down low. He's got Dave Bragg bringing the Autism Speaks Canada entry. Jeffy Lube on the side of the 31 here this week. Now the 14 of Brian Bianchi will be able to get down. But a 1.3 second race lead right now for Jason Wells and Ethan Troutman. That's going to dissipate pretty quick as, well, I already said it, and now it's down to a 1 second deficit from the front 2 drivers back to 3rd, 4th, and the rest of the field. Couple drivers that got popped on pit road, though. Brandon Minto, Travis Minto, they are currently sitting back into the 31st and 32nd position. They were the 2 drivers that got nabbed on pit road. They are right now at the tail end of the lead lap as your race leaders are going to catch them very quickly. Now the rest of the field has caught Jason Wells and Ethan Troutman. Souza's working the outside of the speedway. He took full tank of fuel and 2 tires on the Souza Media entry, and now he's being pushed to the front. New race leader, the 4 car of Jeffrey Souza. Souza out front. He actually went right down to the bottom side of the speedway here. So Souza will take the Souza Media, number 4, to the bottom side. Now Max Terrell, who's been up to the outside all night long, he goes right back top shelf here tonight. So as the 42 continues to work the outside of the speedway, he's got a new pushing partner, though. That's the number 3 of Tony Strano. Strano there. But now there goes the 42 to the bottom side. So now it'll be having to be working together. It'll be the 61 of Dalton Williamson. As now the 42 going to try and come back up. Not going to quite be able to clear because a big run coming from the outside lane. Tony Strano trying to lead a lap here tonight. He will. It'll be a second lap lead of the season. While all the green flag pit cycles were starting to cycle themselves through, there's a couple drivers that just lost the lead pack draft. drivers currently sitting about 2 seconds back. That's Sean Single, Philly Edwards, Rob Higgins, Bruce Potter, Kevin O'Brien is also in this group, and a couple other drivers that missed the tag, or to tag the back of the second group. That was Bob Higgins and Tim Combs. Unfortunately, they had some issues down on pit road. Remember, 17 of Combs got that damage. It looks like the number 30 of Bob Higgins also maybe possibly having just a little bit of a wrinkle on that right front fender, so they are not in the lead pack. So 4 cars for sure not inside the lead pack. Sean Single is starting to pull back that second group to the back of that front pack. New race leader, though, the 61 of Dalton Williamson, the multiple-time champion in the SK Modified Series on our Thursday night portion. He now has the top spot. There's Michael Trevarthen, picking up multiple wins this season on Thursday night, also in the modified program. And look who came to party, who is dancing to the outside. 2 of the drivers out of the Full Throttle Racing stables. There he is. It's Mr. Ryan O'Donnell bringing the Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry to the front here tonight on the outside train. Only 5 cars to the outside, but boy, are they bringing the paint train. Ryan O'Donnell will lead that lap as he will get credited with the Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry. He's got the Classics Hot Sauce number 10, though, of Tim Blum right there. Tim Blum's no stranger to running up front here at Talladega. The other year, Tim Blum was on his way to picking up a win here at Talladega in the truck. Unfortunately, he crossed below that double yellow line. That is in play here tonight. Do not go below that double yellow line. They will enforce it. We've seen it here on Monday night before. That was when Tim Blum was winning hand over fist every week here on Monday night. Come by this time, they're put lap number 27 in the books here. Just a handful of laps away from our halfway portion. We've gone green so far here tonight at Talladega. Nobody is out of this one. We've had 1 green flag pit stop, and there's the 2 drivers that had a couple miscues. The Get Upside Chevrolet number 5 of Brandon Minto and that Ping Chevrolet of Travis Minto. They're going to go to the outside because the race leaders, well, they are bearing down on them. Look here, riding on board with Travis Minto. That's the pack. That's all the race leaders. They are coming. Right now, when I look at the speed charts, about 10-mile-an-hour difference between Travis and Brandon versus the rest of the field that's working down the low side. Ryan O'Donnell going high here, trying to get a little bit of that draft, but oh, it's not going to work as the 10 of Blum is going to leave him hang to the outside. As this is going to get interesting, they're going to have to pick a lane here, figure something out. Travis Minto a little sideways. That's actually going to slow up now. That number 98 of Ryan O'Donnell. O'Donnell's going to get trapped behind the 2 lap cars there of the Mintos. Now he's going to try to go down to the bottom side. So now both Mintos will go a lap down. They're going to have to battle each other for a lucky dog spot. Ryan O'Donnell leads a couple laps. Now he fades back into the pack. A lot of these drivers right now just kind of hanging out, riding down on the bottom side of the speedway. Here comes the 15. That's Dustin Gainey. Gainey has gone to victory lane before here at Talladega. Last time we brought the 1987 Winston Cup machines here to Talladega. He was the driver that took those cars to victory lane. Nothing like seeing those old square bodies rolling around the speedway. They are aerodynamically like a brick. But hey, he was able to dance tango and go to victory lane to pick up his first ever win on Monday nights with Red Light Racing. He was one excited pup. Tim Blum, the new race leader, though, he was able to wrestle it away there from Ryan O'Donnell when he left the, we'll call it the outside lane open. He got the big push from that number 38 of Brandon Feeney. He went to the point. Now we got the 2 Canadian drivers stuck to the outside, dancing together. The Liquid Molly entry and the Jeffy Lube entry. What a slippery case. Dave Bragg and Brandon Feeney working together. Dancing on the outside there. They got Richard Murdoch up there. Ryan O'Donnell, look at that. Just like that, flip the switch, give the Turbo Dork Radical Paints just a second to get himself back to the front. And he finds himself running as the fourth car on the outside lane. And there's some drivers now. There's Dustin Gainey. There's Jaden Skelton on the outside. Both Mintos, who are a lap down, are out to the outside lane. Kevin O'Brien is right there. Philly Edwards, Sean Single. That outside lane is starting to come back. But as I look at the boards, we're about 8 laps away from another green flag pit cycle here tonight. And we won't be able to make it from there till the end of this one. These drivers are going to be about, 5 laps shy of being able to make it next time they come to pit road. Brandon Feeney getting a great push there by that 31 of Bragg. So now Brandon Feeney will go down to the bottom side of the speedway. He'll jump in front of Tim Blum. Tim Blum missing a season and then running just a handful of races last season, and this season still running part-time here on Monday night with the series. So his entry, if he were to win here tonight at Talladega, that might spark the team to run a little bit more, but we'll see if they become playoff eligible. Only 3 drivers right now have locked themselves in. They're just here tonight to possibly grab some trophies. And actually, Sean Butler said he's not going to be running for a championship this year. So really, there's only 2 spots that have been taken into the championship. Oh, as Brandon Feeney got a big push from Tim Blum. Wasn't quite able to hold on to it. And now a couple drivers are dipping down below there, as I believe that's the number 2 and the 61. So 2 of the Ref Esports drivers down below the yellow lines there. They're going to fall to the back of the field. They didn't like something they saw, so they just pulled right out of line down onto the apron. That you are able to do. You are able to pull out of line and go down to the bottom side below that double yellow line. What you can't do is go below the double yellow line and advance your position. One driver advancing to the front of the field. How about it? There is the foundation. Richard Murdoch, old Dick Doc, going to the front of the field. Richard Murdoch, now the new race leader here, as a little bit deeper into the field. Kevin O'Brien, the Aussie. Those Australians are crazy for power and excitement. He is 3 wide right now, way to the outside. That's Philly Edwards having a little bit of connection issues there. Now it looks like Kevin O'Brien is going to lift off the throttle. He will then go right back in line. That is the 6 of Chris Hammett back there, the short track racer out of the Mid-Atlantic area. But how about old Richard Murdoch? He's got his buddy and his pal, his best friend right now behind him. That's Ryan O'Donnell. And then they got Dustin Gainey right there, who will have it at the line. Another great run by Murdoch, who's working the outside. Give it to Murdoch. He'll lead 2 laps in a row here tonight at Talladega, as we are over the halfway point home here tonight for round number 5 here with our Scrambler series. Bragg surging back ahead. He's got Brandon Feeney once again on the back, but there's another couple cars out in the horizon of your race leaders. There you see the 17 of Tim Combs, the Sweet Tart entry, and the Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 30 of Bob Higgins. Let's see if we can ride on board. Where's the pack? You're going to see him storm out of turn 4. There they are, off into the distance. Bob Higgins, Tim Combs on the verge of going a lap down, joining the Minto Brigade. They're traveling at, about 10 miles an hour slower than the field that comes across the start-finish line. Murdoch, O'Donnell, Bragg, Gainey, and Feeney. Who is going to win this race? Well, this next pit stop is really going to start to show us where this field is going to shake out. We've already dropped 4 drivers out of this lead pack. Everybody else all the way from Bruce Potter, who's back there with Joshua Buckley at the tail right there. There you see the car number 59, that Toyota. Bruce Potter is the caboose right now on this train. All the way to the man out front, that's Ryan O'Donnell in the Turbo Dork Radical Paint Century, driver out of Canton, Michigan. So with Ryan O'Donnell to the inside lane, now he was on the outside, he came down to the bottom side, they got in front of Bragg. That just indicates to me that they are thinking about what's going to happen here as pit stops should start to come here in just the next couple of laps. Ryan O'Donnell, Richard Murdoch, Dave Bragg, Brandon Feeney on the bottom side. Dustin Gainey also now working his way down to the bottom side of the speedway. That's what they look like down the back straightaway. There you see the two Mintos. They're working the outside. Remember, they're a lap down. They're not battling here for position. They're just trying to get their lap back and get out front here and hope that if something happens, they are on the plus side of this. They know anything can happen here. They had their issues coming to pit road. Other drivers can have issues here also. Possibly next time by. Now Brandon Minto will go down to the bottom side. He'll get in line with the lead pack. That'll leave Travis now out on his own. He's waiting on, I believe that is the Philly Edwards entry. Kevin O'Brien's also up there. So they're waiting on a couple cars. See if anybody dives to pit road this time. Our first cars to pit road, I believe, were lap number 19. We'll see if anybody comes early or if everybody stays out. Nobody out of the front top 10. Nobody in this lead pack will come this time by. Kevin O'Brien still running the extreme high line out there. I don't know if that's the quick way around or what. Kevin O'Brien just seems to like it up there. Chris Hammett, Dalton Williamson, Michael Trevarthen still working the outside lane. There's Max Terriot. Remember, he was on the outside lane, gave up the outside lane leading spot, went all the way to the tail, and then made a left-hand turn straight into pit road. Fuel did the calculations. He just was not going to be able to make it another lap, and that's why they called him to pit road so abruptly. I think this time everybody may stretch this fuel run out here in the middle stages of this one, because if they pit right here, they're going to be just a handful of laps short. There you see Combs and Higgins going high. They will stay to the outside. These drivers, I think, to make this strategy work to go the rest of the way on fuel, they're going to have to go another lap and a half minimum, I do believe. I think the farthest we can go is about 23 laps on a tank of fuel, and that's if you're in the pack and you're lifting. I mean, that is a possibility, but you have to think who's been really lifting that much. The only driver I can really think is here comes a bunch of drivers. They're coming to pit road. Here comes the 31, the 19. Travis Minto had an issue last time coming to pit road. He'll blow it up this time. He'll go all the way to the bottom. So everybody coming to pit road as they all scatter with 25 laps to go. There's Travis Minto, Dave Bragg. There's Max Terriot, Brandon Minto, Rob Higgins, Doug Neal. Everybody comes this time by as they came flashing by pit road. But that leaves, well, another group out there on the raceway. And last time we saw a big group left out onto the raceway. The next time by, they all came to pit road. Will they do it once again together? Will they all decide to pit all at once? Right now there is, so call it 20 cars out there in this pack. Do they all come together right here? Here comes Feeney. Here comes Murdoch. Bunch of drivers taking the opportunity right here to come to pit road. Everybody real nice and easy on the pit road. No issues so far. This group looks like they're going to get into their pit stalls here with no issue. So now another 10 drivers left out there. So 10 came down that time. 10 more to come possibly this time by with 24 laps to go. Floodgates are open. Nobody getting popped by the pit road police so far, and somebody better knock on some wood. I say so far, because now this group has to come to pit road. Here they come. James Skelton hard on the binders. Look at that, perfectly executed coming to pit road by this group of cars. Everybody fanned out and got hard onto the brakes. Oh, the 6. That was going to be Chris Hammett missing his pit stall. We'll see if that hurts him or if he's able to come back out with the lead group. Dave Bragg, Michael Trevarthen, Max Terrell, Jason Wells, Richard Murdoch, all right here in this group. We'll see if they can come barnstorming around the outside. It'll be 23 laps at the line for all these drivers that are coming by right there. Look at that. 32 drivers have made a pit stop under the green flag conditions here tonight. And, well, hold on. Let's let them all get off pit road here. Oh, boy. Almost a big moment there as the 86 of James Skelton thought about going up in front of the front pack that was coming at full song and dance. And all of a sudden, he ducked that Flowertown Animal Hospital right back down in line. But he almost went right up in front of Dave Bragg, Michael Trevarthen, Max Terrell. That's how your running order looks there on the left-hand side as they come to get 22 laps to go. I am told A-OK for all 32 drivers. Nobody getting a pit road penalty here. So how about that? 32 drivers making green flag pit stops here and nobody having a miscue. Other than the 6 of Chris Hammett, who missed his pit stall. There he is. He's at the back of the field here. So at least he's still in this front group of cars. Rob Higgins looks like right now that number 40 may be getting dropped off the back of this draft. He's sitting right now currently 1 second behind Chris Hammett. That might be just a little too far to pull that draft back in. Another car that got lost in the shuffle, there is the number 13, that's Joshua Buckley, and the 62 of Troutman. He was running towards the front of this field here all night long. Troutman, Buckley, and Joe Strano right there. They're sitting back there running 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So those drivers right now trying to team up and work together. At the front of the field, though, all car number 2, Michael Trevarthen. Max Terrell. That outside lane, though, it's got 2 cars. It's got the 86 of Skelton, and it's got Dustin Gainey up there. And look at Dave Bragg. He's going to shoot the gap here. He's going to tiptoe through the tool-ups right up the middle. Didn't know if that was going to work for Dave Bragg, but he said, hey, how about this, Skelton? Cast out and latch on. 20 laps to go at the line here tonight in round number 5 at the Talladega Super Speedway here tonight. One driver from the inside to the outside, Dalton Williamson. Maybe he says it is go time here tonight. He's got the Sweet Tarts entry. That's the 17 of Tim Combs. Combs is a lap down right now. Combs is battling with Travis Minto and Brandon Minto to see if he can get that lucky dog spot. Brandon Minto, a couple rows up. There's the get-up side, number 5. That's who the 17 is battling for that lucky dog position with 20 laps to go. You would like to have yourself in position that if something were to pop off here tonight, you would be the driver in that lucky dog position. 20 to go with Dave Bragg still out front. He just chased the 86 of Skelton. Bragg was getting the push by James Skelton, and then they both went way up the track here in the tri-oval. Dustin Gainey right there in the Mickey's Tack Service. Dalton Williamson still working the outside of the speedway also here tonight. Little jockeying for positions on that inside lane. It goes Bragg, Trevarthen, Terrell, your top 3 on the inside lane. Then it's Skelton, Gainey, Williamson, your outside 3. Anybody still in the ball game here tonight at Talladega? to get things done in round number 5. Remember, win and you lock yourself in. And I do believe our pit cycles are done with here tonight. Everybody came down between lap 39 here tonight and lap number 42, so tires were not really an issue here tonight. We have seen these cars kind of wiggle, 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 like Tim Combs said earlier. But I don't think those tires are going to be that much of a difference, if anything at all, here tonight. But how about Dustin Gainey? Not enough can be said so far here in this race, though. He has moved up 25 positions. I told you in the pre-race, race fans, it doesn't matter where you start. It's going to matter where you finish here tonight. And Dustin Gainey has picked up 25 spots. He's running currently 4th as he came across the line last time. So now with 17 laps to go, you're really going to find out who is your friend, who's willing to work with you here tonight at the end of this race. Who can get you to the front? You might be able to get there, but can you stay there? Max Terrell's been able to stay there all night long at the front of the field. Him and Jason Wells are about the only 2 drivers that consistently have been up inside the top 10 all evening long. There's been comers, there's been goers. And there'll be 16 to go at the line. A little bit of a side draft. You're going to start to see the bumps, the pushes be a little more aggressive from here to the end of this race. The side drafts may come a little bit closer. See, the outside lane kind of got broken up there just a little bit. As now the number 2, Michael Trevarthen, going to shoot to the outside. Oh, big push by the 86 that got the number 2 sideways. And now the 86 of Skelton's going to be on the outside lane all by himself. Michael Trevarthen trying to pull the 86 back, but he'll have to go back down to the middle groove there to protect from the number 15 of Dustin Gainey. Dalton Williamson going to allow the 86 to come back in line there. So Skelton going to go from leading the outside lane, getting blocked a little bit, and now running back into the 3rd spot on the outside lane. We told you the pushes are going to get bigger, and that push, when the number 2 went up the speedway, he just was not running at the same speed as that outside lane. Got a big shove, held on to it, but James Skelton was the one that got shuffled to the outside there. Very lucky to just lose 1 spot on the outside lane. Now the outside starts to roll again. Here comes Michael Trevarthen. What kind of celebration, race fans, do you think we would have here tonight as the number 2? Trevarthen goes down to the bottom side. Now he's going to try and play the fiddle here like Dale Jr. when he was at the super speedways. But what kind of celebration do you think we would have tonight if Dave Bragger, Dustin Gainey went to victory lane, maybe Brian Bianchi, one of these drivers that have not seen victory lane just yet here. Well, Gainey saw it 2 seasons ago here at Talladega, but hasn't seen it since. There's always a chance. Right now, one driver that's been trying to work his way back through the field, that's DJ Anderson. Him and Sean Butler have been working together all evening long. Right now, they're back here running 14th and 15th. They've been tagging the back of the field for a majority of this race. There'll be 13 laps to go for that driver right there when he comes back across the line. Dave Bragg up the speedway just a little bit through the tri-oval, almost rubbing door panels there with that number 15 of Dustin Gainey. Got to be careful coming through the tri-oval. Still have the lap down car of Brandon Minto, Tim Combs, and Travis Minto in this front pack here. Rob Higgins was able to slowly wheel and deal his way back into this front pack. So call it 24 cars, because you got the lap down cars in the mix here. 24 cars in this lead pack. Ethan Troutman, Joe Strano, Josh Buckley. There you see those 3 cars. They're sitting currently about 9 seconds back off the front of the field. So as those drivers are back there, trying to work their way through, there's another 3 cars. There's Philly Edwards, Bruce Potter, and Kevin O'Brien. They're back there 25th, 26th, and 27th. As your race leaders are single file on the bottom side of the speedway. Rex Hoyle is down on pit road with the Colony Tire and Service Center entry. Another driver coming to pit road, Bruce Potter. I don't know if these drivers just were not able to make it. It's a splash of fuel for Rex Hoyle. He'll come back out onto the raceway. So they'll take their lump and their bruise right now here and see where the cards may fall at the end of this one. Nobody out of the lead pack having to come down pit road right now, so it looks like everybody who is in this front group is going to go for the gusto. Possibly. 11 laps to go. It's still a lot of racing here. Still 2.66 miles of racing each time we come back around here. Still got right around, if my old math is correct, right around 30 miles of racing as they're coming up on a lap down machine. I believe that is the Bob Higgins entry. So Bob will go another lap down. He's going to hold the bottom side of the speedway here. I think he might be coming to pit road in the number 30. That's exactly where Bob Higgins is going to go, so he'll dive down to the inside. The whole field will go right around on the outside. Higgins out of the racing way. So his night is being scored in 32nd. A couple more drivers down, Kevin O'Brien and Philly Edwards. They all came down pit road. So a couple of these drivers are very close on fuel here tonight as they got the double high fives last time by. It'll be just 10 more laps around here in route number 5 at the Talladega Super Speedway for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series, presented by Red Light Racing. See, Dave Bragg has now worked his way to the outside of the speedway in the Autism Speaks Canada entry. Dustin Gainey staying locked to the back bumper of car number 2 down on the bottom side of the speedway. Gainey going to get right up underneath him, right at the end of corner 4 there. Good camera shot here by our crew. You see both drivers swaying just a little bit. And then the Hornet's Nest. Max Terriot right there. Look at Sean Butler. We just talked about the Butler not too long ago. He's been hanging about, call it mid-pack if that, all night long. Towards the back. Now, with under 10 laps to go, him and DJ Anderson making the outside lane work here. Just the two of them. I think that's a Will Smith song. I think it's actually just the two of us, but you get the reference. This time by, DJ Anderson. Sean Butler and DJ Anderson going to make contact. They're going to spin. The caution lights are on. The teammates bringing out the caution. Coming to get 8 laps to go. One driver was down on pit road. I think that's Chris Hammett. But Sean Butler and DJ Anderson, who were trying to tangle on the outside. Just had some problems. Bring the first caution flag of the evening out. So that's really going to shake things up here. I do believe all drivers pulled away from the wreck. Nobody sitting here on the front straightaway. There you saw the 51 go down low, and then all of a sudden the 88 made an abrupt turn. See if we can rewind that back just a little bit. Oh, there it was. Brian B. Yankee making contact with the 88 of Butler. Hard contact for the 88 of Butler. DJ Anderson going to keep going in the 51 entry. Some damage to that Toyota, though. Heard Butler try to drive out of that one. Tell there's engine damage on the 88 of Butler as he went to pull away. You see everybody came down to pit road and the race off pit road. Just fuel for all these drivers. There's the driver that came out of pit road first, though. It'll be Michael Trevarthen, as he'll be the first one to come off pit road. What do you say we dial up the driver of car number 2, see what he has to say after this first caution flag of the evening? Michael Trevarthen, is Roger up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, Roger, what's up, man?
Well, Big Wiggle, you came down pit road here with this late race yellow, adding some more fuel. Is this crew ready to go racing if we have to go into overtime tonight?
Yeah, we got a hungry pack behind us, man. We're going to try to hold it down.
Yeah, what do you think's going to happen here when we open up the floodgates? We're going to group all 32 cars are still out there tonight. What do you think's going to happen here on this restart? How are you going to fend off that pack of wolves?
The outside lane definitely looks better here at speed, so probably migrate my way to the top. I think we're going to see a third lane for him here there towards the last couple laps, so we'll see how it shakes out.
Can you defend 3 lanes?
I don't know, man. That evasive lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, man, if she gets a little tricky, you're looking to hook the whole field.
Hey, just remember, Big Wiggles.
That's right, baby.
Well, there you hear it. He's going to try here tonight. The question being, will he be able to? He'll restart on the front row. He's got enough fuel. Now the question is, can he hold off that whole field that's right behind him? I do believe that is the number 5 right there. Brandon Minto, I think, if I'm reading it right, here he will be the driver that was in the lucky dog position. So possibly will be the driver that tags the back of the field. Let's see. Let's just, let's go ahead and just dial up the old number 5 car. Hey, Minto, you got a copy?
I got you loud and clear.
Well, hey, nothing like having an extra life, huh?
Oh, I feel so lucky. Me and Tim Combs were sitting here battling hard for that lucky dog. Couldn't really go too far because there's cars in front of all of us. But, yeah, I was lucky. I think I was ahead of him by maybe like a foot to get that lucky dog. So that was wild.
You and your brother had some issues on that first pit stop of the evening. You're going to have to line up shotgun to the field here because you were the lucky dog. We're having about, maybe 4 laps of racing left here tonight. How are you going to get to the front?
Honestly, being back here, and it's been pretty clean racing, I might have to be the person to try to take that 3 wide. Like, we haven't seen much 3 wide today. Working from back here, going to have to do something a little different, or I might just have to get lucky and everybody just wads it up, and then I have no clue how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do whatever I can.
Well, hey, how about you get upside and go toward the front?
Yes, sir. I'm going to try my best.
There you have it. He's the lucky dog. He's going to go for the big win here tonight. He drives car number 5, Brandon Minto. We will actually have a 5-lap shootout here to end this one, as I do believe, yep, the safety car lights are off down the back straightaway. It'll be the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen, who will start on the inside row with the 64 of Jason Wills to the outside. Then the first driver on the inside of row number 2 here tonight, that'll be Dustin Gainey, Dave Bragg, James Skelton, Richard Murdoch. That's how the top 6 will all shake down here. A couple drivers were down on pit road. One driver still sitting in his pit stall. That's number 54 of Rex Hoyle. Unfortunately, it does not look like the driver out of North Carolina will be finishing this one out here tonight. Unfortunately, being scored 32nd and a couple laps down already here on our scoring charts. 5-lap shootout, race fans. Well, it's been a good show so far here tonight. It's about to get better. So it'll be 31 cars tucked up in this draft here. with just 5 laps to figure it out. Who is going to win tonight here? Who's going to win that prize that the 62 of Ethan Troutman put out there? Who's going to win the body armor trophy here tonight at Talladega? iRacing.com safety car will duck off the speedway, and we will take that long, slow, grueling crawl through the tri-oval here at Talladega. And then we will drop the hammer. It's a Ford and Chevrolet on the front row. Trevarthen and Wells coming back into the green flag restart zone. The green flag is up. 5 laps to tango here at the Talladega Superspeedway tonight to figure out who will win round number 5. Win and you're in to the playoffs. You get a seat at the table. There's that 15 of Dustin Gainey. He has not left the back bumper of that number 2 since he's got there. They're worked down the back straightaway here as they're still coming up to the full song and dance. 62 of Troutman. Now there goes the number 15 of Dustin Gainey. He'll go to the outside. Now here comes the 64. He'll get right to the back bumper. James Skelton got a little bit crazy sideways. Now that's the 14 of Brian Bianchi down on the bottom side of the speedway. The Culpeppers Bakery Cafe, number 14. Caution lights on. Big trouble back here. The number 6 of Chris Hammett. Didn't get a lap of green in. There's the 3 of Tony Strano. He's involved. Two cars rolling away from the scene of the incident. Take a look what happened. There you see the 3. There you see the 6. So Doug Neal checked up. Then the 3 of Strano checked up. Buckley was right there. DJ Anderson just squeezing on by Philly Edwards. Tim Combs nowhere to go. Just no reaction time out there. Everybody on top of each other pushing, trying to get their car into the best position they can at the end of this one. Unfortunately, it's going to tangle a couple of these good cars up here tonight. Sounds like that 6 car still pretty healthy. Listening to this 3 machine as he comes by here, as we actually ride on board with him, it sounds like there's a bunch of blind carpenters hammering away inside the engine bay of the number 3 of Tony Strano. He's going to come to pit road. A couple takers. Josh Buckley. Looks like DJ Anderson's coming to pit road. Sean Butler, Kevin O'Brien, Chris Hammett, Tim Combs also coming to pit road. So back-to-back yellows here. And I'm being told it is the number 15 of Dustin Gainey as the race leader. So Dustin Gainey will have the top spot when we go back racing. This will be green-white checker attempt number 1 that we do head to when we go back racing. Look at that. One Minto to another Minto. That's Travis Minto. He'll get the Lucky Dog Award here this time by. So both Mintos going to go back onto the lead lap. Dustin Gainey still the race leader. Gainey, Trevarthen, Skelton, Bianchi, Wells, Blum, Bragg, Murdoch, Feeney, and Souza. That's how they're going to line up. Race fans, though, still plenty of time for some of these drivers to make their moves here tonight. Who do you think is going to be able to pick up the win? Do you think Josh Buckley with a little nose damage on car 13 is going to come from 23rd here tonight? What do you say about Doug Neal, the Simbox 77? He'll have to travel all the way from the 16th spot with brand new colors on his number 77. Max Darrow, he was towards the front a lot here tonight. He'll have to come from 12th. What about Brandon Feeney? He's shown a lot of speed in his Liquid Molly entry. There's the driver out of Ontario, Canada. How about Richard Murdoch? There's Murdoch fans out there tonight. Maybe Dave Bragg, he'll take the Autism Speaks Canada Jiffy Lube entry to pit road. You never know who's going to be able to go to victory lane. Maybe Brian Bianchi in the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe, number 14, will take his car to victory lane for the first time on Monday night. Maybe Dustin Gainey can win not only the 1987 machine, but also right here with his Xfinity car. Anybody's ball game. Well, there's no time like any to talk to this driver. Let's dial him up. How about it, Brandon Feedy? You're going to restart right around the 9th position. What's it going to take to get this Liquid Moly entry to the point here?
It's going to take not lifting and not caring who's on the nose.
Well, you've been able to link up with that Jiffy Lube entry out in front of you there. What's the plan? Any communication between the two Canadian drivers here tonight?
No, we talked a little bit before the race, and basically we're going to help each other out, and whoever's in front is going to get pushed, and hopefully it comes down to the two of us at the end.
Well, who has the better oil sponsor? Is it Jiffy Lube or Liquid Moly?
Well, Liquid Moly is an actual oil company. Jiffy Lube's an oil change shop, so we can technically work together.
Ah, I see what you did there. I see. But hey, looks like the lights are out. Good luck the rest of the way.
Good luck. Hope to see you in about 4 laps.
Hey, he said he's coming to talk to us in about 4 laps. We'll see if those two can work together and change some oil here tonight. There's going to be the race leader, the Mickey's Tax Service Lowe's for Pros, number 15, and the BK Paints entry. Both drivers come in without a win this season. Both drivers hovering right around the cutoff line in the point standings. There's no time like now. So when we go racing, the procedure here tonight, because we are in overtime, we're going to take the green flag next time by here. We'll come back around, and we'll pick up the white flag. So it'll be a green, do a lap, white, next flag will end the race. If we don't pick up the white flag, though, we do have 2 more green-white checker attempts if we were to need them here tonight. Obviously, we just saw 2 back-to-back yellows, so anything is possible. That's what Dustin Gainey likes to see. Nobody out in front of him, and everybody stacked up behind him tonight. That's how they're going to look. A lot of good-looking cars out there yet. See if they can come back in one piece. Over 5 miles of racing left here in this race tonight. Extend it just a little bit for all the race fans that are tuning in here tonight. Whether you're on Facebook or whether you're watching on YouTube here tonight, we appreciate you tuning in tonight to watch the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series for Red Light Racing. Round number 5 here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Long, long crawl at 65 grueling miles an hour. Next time when they come by this spot right here where it says this is Talladega, they won't be doing 65 miles an hour. They're going to be doing about 175 miles an hour. Everybody bumper to bumper with nowhere to go. Green flag back into the air here at Talladega. We're racing in overtime. One driver already ducking out of line towards the back of the field. That's the 19. That was Travis Minto. He's got a long way to go in a short time to get there. The 14 of Bianchi getting squeezed there. He's going to go up the track just a little bit. Dustin Gainey will lead us down the back straight away. Richard Murdoch, he's going to go up to the outside. Murdoch going for the gusto, wrecking in the back. Wrecking in the back, the number 51 of DJ Anderson involved in the 3rd caution flag of the night. And a couple more drivers bouncing it off the outside retaining wall. So we will not make it back here to get the white flag. There you see DJ Anderson wrapped up in the 3rd caution flag of the evening. That Fox Racing entry. Well, I don't think it's got a quarter panel straight. Maybe the roof. Everything else is pretty beat up. There you see the Labatt's entry of Philly Edwards. He's got a lot of damage on the 73. He'll go to pit road. One driver. Oh, man. Travis Minto just got the lucky dog back, and now well, there you just saw it. Big puff of smoke out the back end of that pink Chevrolet. The motor is up in smoke. His night is up in smoke. Let's watch it back. There we are. You caught the end of it. There's the 51 spinning across the speedway. Oh, Kevin O'Brien, something oh, wow, what a hard hit for Travis Minto. Right on board with Travis Minto. Ugh. Ouch. Not much more you can say other than just ouch. Let's see what actually brings the caution here. There's the 184. Oh, him and Minto. Minto comes up the speedway, and it looks like they net-coded together a little bit, and that's one of the things that we hate to say here on iRacing is net code comes into play at the end of one of these races. Kevin O'Brien, you see him sitting stationary on that inside wall. Hard hit for that Ford driver. This is Tim Combs. He'll just make it through. There's DJ Anderson on the outside, and then Philly Edwards and Tony Strano getting together. So, well, we said you were going to get a little extra overtime here tonight, race fans. Well, attempt number 2 will be in play here tonight. Dustin Gainey still the race leader with James Skelton, Michael Trevarthen, and Jason Wells. Lined up there behind the pace car. That's your top 4. Then it's Brian Bianchi, Richard Murdoch, Tim Blum, Dave Bragg, Jeffrey Souza, Brandon Feeney, Max Terra, Rhino Donnie, Sean Single, Doug Neal, Dalton Williamson, your top 15 drivers. That's how they're going to line up here when we go back racing. A couple drivers that are down on pit road as it looks like their nights might be close to being done is Tony Strano, Kevin O'Brien, Travis Minto, Rex Hoyle. It does look like the 17, the Sweet Tarts entry, will be able to come back out here onto the raceway. So, Tim Combs will be able to rejoin. Hey, remember, race fans, check this out. Tim's still giving away free golf lessons. Free to all Red Light Racing members. Remember, race fans, to hit up Tim Combs. He will show you how to golf like Tiger Woods. I think I'm going to need more lessons than just a couple from Tim Combs to teach me how to golf like Tiger Woods. That's for sure. But Dustin Gainey will be the race leader. Let's see if we get that 1 to go marker this time by, if we can double them back up here at Talladega, or if we're going to have to go around another time here tonight at this big super speedway. Remember, it is round number 5. We've only had, technically, 3 drivers go to victory lane this year. DJ Anderson won last week at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Max Terriot won the Happy Yeatster 90 at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Sean Butler won at Michigan, and then it was Max winning the opening round at the Chicagoland Speedway. So right now, we could see a new driver punch his ticket to go playoff racing here tonight at the Talladega Super Speedway. Lights on the iRacing.com safety car do go out, so that means next time by we will drop the hammer here once again tonight with our Scrambler Series in round number 5. Of course, our Scrambler Series is brought to us by the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Checkered Flag Auto Supply located in Ayer, Massachusetts. Having everything from the little trees you need to make your car smell good to brakes to get your car to stop. How about a starter, an alternator? They have them at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply located in Ayer, Massachusetts. Make sure if you're ever in the Ayer area to stop by. Say hi as you can catch maybe Josh Buckley or Bob Higgins at the counter up there. Friendly staff. Can't wait to one day just swing on in and surprise them and bust through the door like Kool-Aid Man. I know, I'm trying to picture that in my own mind as I said it, race fans, and I think I'd run away if I was inside. But who's going to run away with this one? 28 spots gained for Dustin Gainey. 6 spots gained for James Skelton. Down 2 spots for Wells here tonight, who started on the front row. So a couple movers, couple shakers here tonight at the Talladega Superspeedway. I'm excited to see who's going to win this one, race fans. I'm looking at the names, and we could be here all night at Talladega virtually partying with some of these drivers if they were able to go to victory lane. Gainey brings a heck of a party crew. Murdoch, boy, you won't remember tomorrow if he's going to win this one. How about Brian Bianchi? He's going to feed you all night long if he wins. Dave Bragg, I can only imagine the celebration up in Canada. Slow crawl through the tri-oval once again. Green, white, checker attempt number 2. Green flag is up. Here we go. Dustin Gainey, James Skelton are your drivers. Will we get back around to the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe white flag this time? Couple drivers tried to make the outside lane go together. That was Joe Strano. There goes Zach Mitchell. Now he'll dive up to the outside. He's got a little damage on that DuPont Chevrolet. Now I believe that was Ryan O'Donnell. He'll make the move to the outside. Anybody's ball game still. Now there goes the 64. He's going to side draft the 86. They made a little contact. That's going to pull that middle lane back a little bit. Now Dustin Gainey's going to try to block because there goes Michael Treworthen. He'll go to the outside. Dustin Gainey stays down to the low side here. This time by as they're 3 wide through the mid-pack here. White flag is up. It'll be 1 lap to go. Presented by Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe. It's the final trip around the 2.66 mile super speedway as they're 3 wide for the race lead. There is James Skelton. There's Richard Murdoch. Here comes Ryan O'Donnell hot to trot on the outside lane. Rush Hour just picked up. It's a hornet's nest as here comes that 2. He's trying to tiptoe through the tulips down the back straightaway. 1 car getting turned. That's the 61. Dalton Williamson gonna go around on the back straightaway. We stay green. Green flag still in the air here at Talladega. The big one. The big one. It's gonna wipe out a bunch of them. Oh boy, they're flipping. A bunch of them flipping in turn 4. We stay locked to the race leaders. Dustin Gainey leading at the tri-oval. He's got Brian Bianchi, but here comes the 2 machine. It will be at the line. He throws a block. It'll be the 15 of Dustin Gainey going to victory lane, and they're going to wad him up after the finish line. Where did Joshua Buckley come from? Buckley was nowhere in the picture, and he will finish 5th here tonight. Dustin Gainey will be the winner as it'll be Michael Treworthen, Brian Bianchi, Tim Blum, and Joshua Buckley. Whew! What a last lap. Wow. We'll see if we can go back here because that was the big one on the final lap of the race. It all is going to start right here. The 61's going to go around off the front bumper of the 40. That's going down into 3. And then watch this. Little contact there from Bragg and Skelton. Then they go 4 wide and 4 wide. Just not going to work. Max Terriel up the speedway. And it's going to clog the speedway. A bunch of them going flipping. Bunch of drivers down into the inside wall. And then the battle for the win here. By a half a car length, the 15 of Dustin Gainey will pick up the big W here tonight. As there you see, he's burning them down for your race, fans. Dustin Gainey picks up the win. As I think he's just going to burn them down. These tires are already paid for. You might as well. You don't get your money back. Well, while he celebrates, race fans, we'll be right back here at the Talladega Super Speedway to talk to your top 3 finishers after this exciting finish.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back to Talladega, race fans. Holy cow, what a race here in round number 5. I'm still out of breath here after calling that final lap here tonight at Talladega. This race was absolutely crazy, but let's start things off. Let's go down trackside here and talk to some of the drivers here tonight after the 70-lap race here at Talladega. Let's start things off with the driver of car number 14. How about it, Brian Bianchi? You were all over the track here tonight from the front to the back, and then at the end of this one, you found yourself on that late race restart here at the end. Walk us through your crazy night here at Talladega.
Oh man, that was wild, Roger. Honestly, I didn't know if I finished third or fourth there. Tim and I were really tight, and so I don't know where I finished, and then you pulled me in here, so I guess I finished third.
Well, according to the timing and scoring, it was a dead heat, but I think, I don't know, it gave it to you. So we're going with this Cold Peppers Bakery and Cafe entry. He's going to finish into this third spot. It was so close. I can't call it. I don't make the decisions. I'm just the one with the microphone.
Oh, man, that was intense. The first half of the race, I just rode, and then at the end, I just said, well, if I can get up front, we'll see what happens.
This crew, this team has been on kind of a roll as of late. Thursday nights and now here on Monday nights, we show up here. We go from a small track on Thursday to one of the biggest tracks that you have run here on the iRacing.com platform. What mindset did you come other than just sending it at the end?
Yeah, like I said, Rex and I were just going to ride there in the beginning, and then, after the second pit stop, I decided I was going to go, and hey, it paid off.
Pays off for you here tonight, as this will be, I do believe, if I'm looking at this right, this is your best finish on Monday night.
Yep, it is. I think I had a fourth or something last year, but yeah, this is my best finish.
Well, that's got to feel pretty good knowing the competition level you were up against here tonight. Well, hey, congratulations on your third place finish here tonight. Before we let you go, who's on the side of this number 14?
As always, Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe, Rex and 505, Christina Custom Cuts, Zeno's Luxury Jackets, everybody that helps out, Red Light Josh and all the admins, and you, Roger, for broadcasting.
There you hear it from the driver of car number 14 here tonight. Brian Bianchi will finish P number 3, picking up 16 spots here tonight. And how about the man who's going to finish one spot ahead of him? How about it, Mr. Wiggle? You sure wiggled across the line here tonight.
Yeah, we were trying to get there. Like I said, hats off to Dustin there. Heck of a race. Like I said, he made the right moves at the right time, and we just ran out of real estate.
You ran out of... This track is 2.66 miles in how do you run out of real estate out there?
I think I needed 2.77 to make that pass.
Well, it definitely came right down to the end of this one here tonight. This car was fast all night long. We did see you in the middle stages of this race, though, dive down below that double yellow line and go from the front of this field all the way to the back like there was a cinder block tied to you. I think his name was Dalton Williamson. What was the objective there before those pit stops?
I saw a lot of movement up there in the front 3 lanes, and I got a little uncomfortable. So did Dalton. So thought better of it, to save the car to the end of the race and just jump out. So just pretty much just saving the car for the end of the race. When those guys start getting chippy up there with 20, 30, 40 to go, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to wad the cars up and, race towards the end of the race.
Well, you kept the car clean and you got there at the end of the race. I mean, other than, a couple tenths there on the speedway, what more could have you done here tonight to control this race at the end?
I think I needed my teammate. Last night at practice, we ran this race, and I pushed a lot of cars in the front. I'd get to the front, and then with no teammates, you get hung out to dry. So I knew with Dalton being about 8 to 10 spots behind me there, I was in a really bad spot. Luckily, 10 went with me right there at the end. Just like I said, ran out of time, man. Heck of a race, though. Hats off to the guys. First 55 laps, caution-free. And then it just seemed like one after another there to the end. I would have rather let the race play out, but things happen, man.
Things happen, and you finished second here tonight. A good night, good run for you. Who's on the side of the brightly colored green machine here tonight?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Rev Esports first and foremost. Like I said, we continue to unload bullets off the trailer everywhere we go here lately. So hats off to the work they put in there at the shop. BK Paints coming on and does an awesome job with our paint jobs. Platinum RV Services, McConey Setup Shop. You in the booth, Roger, you guys do a hell of a job. I enjoy watching the broadcast. Give a shout out to Josh and the admins here at Red Light Racing. Enjoy racing with these guys Mondays and Thursdays, and want to give a shout out to the family.
There you hear it. He drives car number 2. Mr. Big Wiggle himself will wiggle across the line in P number 2. But the man, the myth, and the legend standing by here now with us, race fans. He will pick up the big W. Welcome back to Victory Lane once again, Dustin Gainey. It's the second trip that you've taken with car number 15 here at Talladega to Victory Lane.
Yeah, it was a real good race all night. Everybody was clean right up until about lap 55, but the Mickey's Tax Service Chevrolet was strong.
It was definitely strong here at the end of this one, though. You had a couple drivers nipping at the heels and everybody darting and diving all over the speedway. How were you able to hang on to this Chevrolet to put it in Victory Lane?
Just really good pushes from behind all night, saving fuel, and big block on the 2 there at the end.
You talk about the big block. It was definitely crazy that last lap. Did you know what was going on behind you in turn 3? Did you know that half the field was gone and there was just one run coming at you?
Yeah, I seen that there wasn't as much momentum coming, and I knew I just had to block the 2. If I blocked the 2, everybody stalled.
That's what you were able to do to pick up the whip. But the car's damaged now.
It don't matter. I got a checkered flag.
So what you're saying, as long as you bring back the steering wheel and a checkered flag, it's all good.
That's all.
But what does it mean to etch your name? You etched it a couple seasons ago, 2 seasons ago, right here at Talladega. What does it mean now to bring a different car here to Talladega and do the same thing, go to Victory Lane?
I think it just shows that if I can't win anywhere else, I'm a threat at these restrictor plate races.
Well, hey, nothing wrong with being the restrictor plate king. Dale Earnhardt Jr. made his living here at Talladega.
I'll take it, man. A win's a win, no matter where you get it.
You can hear it in his voice, race fans. He's overly excited. So I think what I just heard you say, Dustin, though, is Chick-fil-A's on you this week?
Yeah, I'll buy you a Chick-fil-A sandwich, man.
Heck yeah. Hey, before we let you get out of here and celebrate this one, the red carpet's rolling out here. The microphone is yours. And by the way, I like a spicy.
All right, we'll get you a gift card up that way. I just want to thank everybody at Red Light. I mean, it was a really fun race. This whole effort they put together, turn 3, it's just something to do on Monday nights and a good crowd.
There you hear it. He picks up his second career win here on Monday night with the Scrambler Series. Dustin Gainey will take the Mickey's Tax Service number 15 to Victory Lane, which now if he runs out the rest of the regular season, will net him a seat at the table to dance in the championship chase. So we'll have to see how that will shake out. There's still a couple races left, 5 races to be exact. So Dustin Gainey can punch his ticket going forward here with the series. Looking ahead at the series here, what's to come though? Well, May the 9th, we will head to the Richmond Raceway for our next race. Then we will head to the Road America Speedway for the first time ever in Scrambler Series history, before we head to the Kentucky Motor Speedway, the Milwaukee Mile, and Bristol. Curveball. We're throwing some dirt on that track, and it's going to be a heck of a... You thought Talladega was a wild card? How about double 50s with dirt on Bristol to end the regular season? Man, you thought Talladega was a curveball. Wait till you see the fish out of water on dirt coming up. That one's going to be great, but boy, this Talladega race put on one heck of a race. We hope you fans all enjoyed it, but we couldn't have done it without, well, the fine folks over at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. Of course, our friends over at Culpeper's Bakery Cafe, along with Simbox, and everybody with Red Light Racing to put on these great races for you race fans here on Monday night. You can catch more Red Light Racing action when the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series comes right back here on Thursday night to the Turn 3 Racing Network. But until we see you either on Thursday or next Monday, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.